Hello everybody, welcome to Stitchmas Day 7! So today you join me in my craft room, in my casual wear, not looking my best because I have just blitzed my craft room. I'm about to show you the video of that. It was a state. As soon as that video is over, I'm going to then give you a tour of my craft room, so keep on watching. Okay, so this is the entrance to my craft room. I know it's still very cluttered and very full. It's because it's a small room and I've got a lot of stuff. I do run a business as well, so this room is part storage, part my craft room, part office. I do store some work stuff in here as well as another location, so it does get pretty jam-packed. So I've sorted it as best as I can. So you come in the door here. I've got some projects hanging on the door, ones that have been on shows and all sorts of things like that, and these are my particular favourites, so I've kept them on the door. Then we come round to a cable sticking out. My reminder to vote, which I have since filled in. So what we've got is we've got an IKEA set of drawers here. 6 drawers. I find them really useful for my paper, my printer sheets, order forms, all that sort of stuff goes in there. So mainly paper, a few cables and odds and bits and pieces like that, but they're really useful, especially for A3 paper. I can fit in there because I do have an A3 printer on top here. This is a HP Office Jet. It's a, you can't really see because I always bury the top because I tend not to use the top, but there's a photocopy section here, scanner, printer, and it does do A3, so this tray comes right out here. This is very, very useful, especially for instruction kits, if I'm printing them off in A3 or patterns that need to be in A3. And above here I've got a quilt that I've made. This was for my first ever show for my own business on Hochanda. It's a bit dirty now because it made its way to Jaden and he's kept it in his room for quite a while. And then we've got some random Quilt As You Go panels, some fabric, and then some Christmas bolts. Now these ones don't actually fit on my shelf, so that's why they're on there. They're too wide. A couple of brown paper bags, some toy filling, and then loads of wreaths, which are very, very useful. And we come over to this section. This is my rolls of fabric. So I've sort of kept this area in like between the desks, so I can keep all my rolls in here. So I've got Christmas rolls, some polycotton, some plains, more fabric, more plains, ooh, more fabric back there. To be fair, this is mainly polycottons in here, but there are a few cottons in there. But when they get delivered to me on the roll, that's where they go. I just find that a really useful spot. And when I was figuring out where to put the desks, I did think, actually, if I had a space there, that would be really handy. Then I've got a load of these. Now, these are pattern sewing worktops, when I ordered these, I didn't realise that they were going to be cardboard, and they are cardboard, and they are huge. They're 84 by 142 centimetres, so they do fold out huge, but I didn't really feel like they were for what I wanted, so I've got quite a stash of those going on. Don't ask. So I'll move along to this side. In this, I've got faux leathers, canvases, denims, more faux leathers, gold, pink, more canvas, more denim. Then I've got some Christmas fabric, some batik, and this lovely one. Now they're all there because they don't fit up on this shelf here. They're too long. So they're under there. Then I've got some pressing mats, and this is a present for my niece for Christmas. I'll show you. Is this her one, or is her one on the shelf? Oh no, that's mine. That's my one, full of my junk. I can't think where I put hers now. Oh, it's on the shelf above. Oops. I'll show you that actually. So for my niece for Christmas, I've got her the same sewing box as me. She's really got into her sewing. So I have popped in some bits and pieces that I thought she might like. So some fat quarters, lace roll. I've given her a small rotary cutter. She is 10, but I think that she'd be okay with that with her mum supervising. Some poly cottons there, just some fun prints. And then I've got some rabbit trim, pins, probably pop those in there, a little sewing tin, I think that's really cute, 2 pairs of scissors, a tape measure on a key ring, a needle threader, probably got there as well, a chalk pen, some beads, and the lid's come off this. I'll just see if I can do it. And a quick unpick. So that's for my niece, and I think she'll really enjoy all those. And it's handy to have it in a nice box. And do you know, when I was a kid, my mum gave me and my sister a box very similar to this for Christmas, and it was my favourite thing. So I hope that she loves that. Pop those in there. That is for my niece. Put that there. Then we come round to sewing machines. Now this is my Lily's sewing machine, and this is one of the projects she's made on it. Then I've got my House of Alistair machine, which is the leopard print, which it's a Marmite one, I know. I love it. I really, really love it. A lot of people, I've had quite a few people say they hate it, but I love it. Moving around, got some office bits and pieces here. And my guillotine, which I don't really use often, but it's handy. Over to the shelf, we've got some family pictures, wedding picture, Mexico, my nephew William, all my threads on there, on one of those little plastic racks. And you know, that was only a couple of pounds, and I think that's an absolute bargain. Then there's some projects that I've done on a show. Then under here is my overlocker. This was a Christmas present from my mother-in-law and father-in-law for Christmas last year, and they gave it to me, and I was so overwhelmed. I just really didn't say much, to be honest, but I hope they know that I was really grateful. I did say thank you, obviously, but I was a bit stunned, so I didn't really say much. A couple of lenses here, some bits for David's advent calendar. I'm doing him his own advent calendar. This is a peppermint syrup for coffees. He's been getting one thing a day. Then my storage bags, that video, my cup of tea, that video is on my YouTube, so you can have a look at that if you want to. Storage bits and pieces, an old phone, another pressing mat, pencils and pens, some rotary blades, more pencils, more pens. Then this was a feature of me in a magazine. I can't get it, but that was all about me, which was cool. I've got my June Taylor quilt and press, which I used a lot before we produced our cutting mats, so that was useful. Up here, there's a sign here. If somebody believes in you and you believe in your dreams, it can happen. And I saw that because when I started the business, my husband believed in me, and yeah, we've done okay. This is all children bits and pieces that I pop on top of the Wi-Fi box. This is the bane of my existence. It's huge. When we bought the house and we went to the show home, this wasn't there. And so when we moved in, we were very surprised that we had this massive box in the middle of the office. And it is huge. None of the wires fit in it properly. It's just a nuisance. So, ugh. This is my IKEA trolley. Oh, there's another sewing machine down there, and some other bits and pieces like pom-poms and embroidery threads. And then this trolley, I've got all sorts of different fabrics. These are all my fabrics. Sequin trim. I've got, I thought I could do this as a good project. This is an oven mitt. So you pop your hands in and it's a mitt, but also it's a hot pad. So I thought we could do that for one of the days of Stitchmas. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below if you think that would be a good project. We could have a free download on the website, and then you can make, and then the tutorial on YouTube. So more fabrics, more bits and pieces. This was a flower made with a Kanzashi flower maker. Love that. There's another one there. See, I love the button in the middle. We've got some PTFT sheets here, which are really good for applique. Brown paper, which I thought I might actually wrap some Christmas presents in that. I do really like that. My glue gun, some staples, all that sort of stuff. So my desk setup is I've got a desk here. Oh, I've got a large pressing mat on there, which I keep because it's very useful. Yeah, my desk setup, I've got a desk running along the window, which I find doing all my projects and my stitching on here is the best because I've got all that natural light. And then I've got a desk running along here. Now the idea was I was going to use this area for paperwork and general officey stuff, but because of how much stuff I've got, I ran out of space, so I had to use some of that countertop. So that hasn't happened. So now we're back over to this side. So here, oh well, there's some paper there, some sewing boxes, bits and pieces like some flip sequins, my June Taylor basting spray, which I couldn't live without, a couple of giant thimbles, didn't know I had those, found them just now when I was clearing. So I'm thrilled about that. More fabric, actually I might give one of those to my mum for Christmas. More fabric, these are pretty much 1/2 meters, and these are actually bolts that just have come to the end of their you know, bolt, so I folded them. You saw Olivia's sewing box, and then all my bolts of fabric. So I've got, I don't have them in any particular colour order, but I've got all Tilda, I've got batiks, I've got some John Loudon, I've got some So Simple batik, some plains, yep, all sorts. Look at, I mean, gorge. And I've got loads of felt and some kits there, which are, they're actually a rainbow. They're actually a tree skirt, felt tree skirt. And I've got some wool, and I've got one of my tulip bowls. This one was made with foam. So if you've watched the video, I'll put a link up on the top, whichever way it is. If you saw the video, that's what it looks like when it's with foam. Some thank you cards, some button tubes, a project I made for an issue of Sew Inspired magazine, pipe cleaners. And then I've got loads of tubs here. So these are, I've got jelly rolls, fabric, lace rolls, bits and pieces, loads of batik in there, and then loads of Quilt As You Go placemats. If you own your own business, this is a very important tool. This is your large letter guide for Royal Mail postage. I've been caught out a few times. Some glitter fabric up here, gold and silver. Each one of those is 2 meters. So I've got a lot of that to get through. Then up to the top shelf, more fabric bolts, more folded fabric, loads of fabric, some kits. In that box is loads of scissor kits. And then this is all needle threaders and quick unpicks, more glitter fabric, more felt, ribbons in there, some projects up there, some quilts that I've made, some blankets, and then another one with all bits and pieces in. Oh gracious. And then down to the floor, I'm using every bit of storage in this room. So under here it may look a mess, but it is organised. So this is all my toy stuffing. Then I've got some, I did Mother's Day hampers, and that's all sort of like the paper that you get in the hampers there that was left over. I've got a Gemini in the box here. I've got a Mink machine, some mount board, and there's some files under there. Friends DVD box set. And there's the Gemini that I use. I've got two. This one wasn't so great, so I got a second, and that one is perfect. More file, some papers here, and then this is full of scrap bags that I do on my website. Another set of drawers back there which holds up the end of the desk. I will at some point get some more of these legs and put them at the back, but at the minute that is fine at the moment. Then I've got boxes under here, flat pack boxes, which is just where I can find the space to store them. And then I've got my really comfy green chair, which doesn't look comfy. It looks like it is a dining chair, but when we got them for the kitchen, I thought they were so comfy that I wanted one for me. So yeah, in a nutshell, a quick little tour of my craft room. Oof, I'm exhausted. I shall have my cup of tea and a sit down. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 8 of Stitchmas. Bye!